Playmakers, how's it going? This is Coach Wood, and I am pumped up to be back with you guys as always. Monday through Friday, you guys, 10 a.m. Pacific. If you're looking for Coach Wood, this is where you can find me. And this is what we call the Weekday Huddle, you guys. This is a brand new segment with Before You Go Pro. Welcome to our channel. If you're with us for the very first time, this is where we get after it on the football side. We're not talking basketball. We're not talking baseball. We're not talking track. We love all those sports, but this is where you come for your football fix. If you are a football player, there is no excuse for you not to be tuning in to the Weekday Huddle. If you are a parent of a football player, a coach, a fan, this is where you need to be Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you're notified whenever we release a new episode. There is tons of things to talk about when it comes to the football industry, whether it's NFL, other professional leagues, whether it is college, high school. We're going to cover it for you and give you guys some game. Also, go down to the description box. In the description box, we have some football resources for you guys. They will tend to change from time to time, but they're all geared towards helping you. So if you are an athlete, for sure, go down in the description box. A parent, a coach, go down in the description box. Check out the resources that we've curated for you. So let's get into today's topic, you guys. And like I said, the football industry will always give us something to talk about. And right now, for those that have been tuning into the Weekday Huddle with Coach Wood, it's been a lot of talk about the transfer portal. It's been a lot of talk about some of the athletes who have been jumping in the transfer portal. And it causes for a lot of people to ask, especially the alums, the donors, maybe some of these coaches, why would a superstar, why would a top-level athlete at a particular school jump into the transfer portal? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is taking a lot for some of us to really get a hold and grasp the fact that college sports has changed. We've let the cat out of the bag. I don't know if we're going to be able to put the cat back in the bag. College sports has changed, you guys, and to be honest with you, it's all business. Now, it was business before, but it was largely business on the part of the schools, business on the part of the coaches that were making so much money. But now it's business for the athletes. And when it becomes business for the athletes, it gets a little funny, especially when we're dealing with teenagers and early 20-somethings. You know, the frontal lobe hasn't fully developed, so the moves are quick and hasty, and they're not emotional. These athletes today, it is business, and we haven't been able to see business at the college level on behalf of the athletes. It has always been that, we felt that they were at that school because of all the warm and fuzzies. The fact that they wanted to graduate with a degree from that school, that they wanted to learn the alma mater, the fight song, that they wanted to be alums one day, that they were tried and true Penn State Nittany Lions, or tried and true Colorado Buffaloes, or tried and true Stanford Cardinals. But that's not the case, you guys. This is business. And there is no emotion in business. We're getting a little emotional on the university side and the coaching side and the alum side when we see these kids leave. We're starting to get emotional, but we forget that this is business. And there is no emotions in business. With Before You Go Pro, we actually work with athletes across the country, and from what we hear in talks with kids that we either work with or don't with, a lot of these kids are going off to these universities with the idea that they're going to transfer. A lot of these kids are never bought into some of these schools from the very beginning, you guys. So we live in a different, now keep in mind, some kids get pushed out too. We are also in the day and age where coaches are asking kids to leave, or they're saying you'll never play here to discourage them to leave. So if I'm a kid that's in a great position where my film looks great, I'm balling out, I'm a high end commodity in the industry, then why would I be loyal to you? If I struggle, you're going to push me out. But when I'm balling, you want me to stay. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. These kids are looking for upward mobility, and upward mobility to today's athletes means that I'm on the big stage, because they know if I'm in the playoffs, we're talking at the highest level, if I'm in the playoffs, my value raises. If I'm on a starting team in the playoffs, my value raises. Also my exposure. So my NIL outside of the team can raise because my exposure is raised. We saw a young man in Trinidad Chambers go from D2 Ferris State to Ole Miss to AT&T national commercials. It's real nowadays. He was in national commercials during the college football playoffs, and he probably still will be, even though his team has been eliminated, because those spots are booked. So he's making national commercial money, and that boy was in Division II last year. So how did he get to that point? His value changed literally during the season. He didn't even start this year. And his value shot up during the season, and he got into national commercials, you guys. So that's because Ole Miss was in big games, and people were starting to take notice. So a lot of these athletes, you wonder, why would a kid like a Jordan Seaton, who said he was living and dying by Coach Prime, and Omarion Miller, a Dylan Raiola, why would those kids leave a place where they're the king? Well, for some of them, Nebraska's not winning. They're not going to the playoffs anytime soon. You see the helmet in the background. I love my alma mater to death, but I don't think they're going to the playoffs next year unless a miracle happens, unless a huge change happens. They didn't even go to a bowl game last year. So some of these superstars are just saying, hey, I know I'm the man at this school. I know I'm making money at this school, but I'm not on the stage that can make me a household name. It's not when Shador and Travis were here and we were on national TV every weekend. It's not popping like that no more. So some of them are looking for a bigger stage because they know with the bigger stage comes more cachet anyway. What are we talking about? We're talking about business. More eyeballs, good for my business, right? The other part of it, you guys, is let's call a spade a spade. It is money. It is money. If we're talking business, then we're talking money, right? And some of these kids just are hot, and they know that maybe the school they're at, they're capped as far as what that school is willing to give them. So at the end of the day, they do not care. They do not care that you got their jersey in the student union. They do not care about the connection with the alum that you hooked them up with. They do not care about the fight song. They care about business. And to them, business is exposure. Business is dollars. Who can pay the most? They're not caring. They don't care, you guys, about the degree. I'll get the degree later. Right now is money time. Right now is money time. My name is hot. I don't care about a degree from this school or that school. I care about who can cut the check, you guys. You look at Raiola, his dad went to Nebraska. If Nebraska's going to lose Raiola, or a Prime can lose a Seaton or a Omarion Miller, nobody's players are safe. And we all know that these kids are being poached too. But nobody's players are safe. But let's stop blaming the kids, though. Let's stop blaming the kids, because once again, these coaches can go from here to there and people don't trip that much. And then also, we all know that these kids can get cut. And they're just a blown hamstring away, a big drop pass in the playoffs away from somebody showing them the exit door. But we are in the day and age, you guys, where it is all business right now in college football. And if you're hot, that's a good thing. being a free agent is a good thing when you're hot. So at the end of the day, you guys, there could be a number of reasons why somebody leaves. But when we talk about the top athletes, the ones that the teams wanted to keep, that the schools wanted to keep, Colorado did not want to lose Jordan Seaton. It's going to be one of two things. It's going to be that I need to be on a bigger stage, maybe winning more games, becoming a household name because I'm in the playoffs or I'm playing with other big time players. Or the other thing is money, or a combination of both. That's going to be the two main reasons that the top players leave. Now, some of the mid to lower level players, it might really be playing time, or it might be that they asked me to leave and I've been pushed out, or it might be that I need to move closer to home for my mental health. But for the top players, the ones that they're sitting there stepping on rose petals as they walk to class, or they're not even going to class, the only reason why they would leave, you guys, is because probably somebody's in their ear. Let's say the agent, the one that's also going to compensate from a Jordan Seaton leaving to get $2.5 million. But somebody's in their ear, you guys, and saying, hey, you need to be on the bigger stage, or you're worth a little more money. You're worth a little more money. And at the end of the day, you guys, this is their career. This is their window. This is their prerogative for the student athletes. Now, I want you guys to do it outright. And with our athletes at Before You Go Pro, we teach you how to leave a situation the right way. Because this is a good old boy industry. And a lot of these coaches, you guys, that you might be hanging up on during the recruiting process or saying no to in the transfer portal, you're going to see them again. You're going to see them again, and hopefully it's not on your way down and they're on their way up. So, make sure that you're cordial. Make sure that you get some consultation or some support on how to leave a situation the right way. You could be transferring from one high school to another high school, or one JC to another JC, or like we're talking about here, one college to another college. There's a right way to do business. There's a right way to leave a partnership. Okay, there's a right way to leave a partnership. So that is it, you guys, for this episode of the Weekday Huddle. But we definitely wanted to come in and talk about why some top flight athletes, some premier players are leaving the schools where they're already the king. They already have money in their pocket. The coaches love them. The community loves them. Why would you leave, man? Why would you leave? Why would you leave and not continue to sing the fight song with us? Well, that's it, you guys. That's why top athletes leave. One, they may need a bigger platform. But two, either they felt rubbed the wrong way in business, or they're seeing a pot of gold somewhere else. All right. And like I said, today is the poach era, where they're finding ways to snatch kids off of other teams. So some of you guys might have to make that decision. Hey, am I going to stay at this university, or am I going to leave? Some of you guys might have to make that decision. And then, of course, if you're a Before You Go Pro athlete, we're already going to be talking about that before you make the decision. Because I've actually even heard, you guys, from a dear friend who's got a kid. I can't say the school. I can't say the kid's name. But the kid is in the portal. And he didn't even talk to his parents. He's in the portal, and he didn't even talk to his parents, you guys. So, and he's a top level kid, you guys. So, it's happening. There is no loyalty. Forget the days of being loyal. Forget the day just because they wear a chain that has the school logo on it. Just because you see them signing and they're pumped up and they're crying and all that. All of that is fake. All of that is fake. A great business opportunity comes their way, they're running out the door. All right. So don't get too loyal to these players. Maybe buy the jersey after they leave your school. Buy the jersey after they get drafted. Don't buy it before their career is over, because you may be wearing a jersey of a kid that's no longer there. He's playing for the rival school. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Weekday Huddle. Hopefully you guys are learning, educating yourselves about how to navigate this football industry. Check out the links down in the description box, you guys, and then make sure you hit that subscribe button because we got some great content coming your way. And then we're back with the Locker Room Show this week. I'm Coach Wood. Love you guys. I'll see you at the top.